Hello, my paper peeps. Welcome to another Friday flip through. Today, I want to share with you one of my junk journals that I created in the last couple of years. And I just want to share with you some of the tips and tricks that I used in how I pulled this all together, how I jazzed it up, how I created an aesthetic that encouraged me to want to journal in it on a regular basis. So let's open the tickle trunk. Now, if you're wondering what my tickle trunk is, it's an acrylic box that I store all my scrapbooks and junk journals in. And it's just one of the ways that I have cataloged my memories and kept them free of dust and maybe sticky fingers. So I do keep it locked up, kept away from all the little kids. Anyways, let's get started and let me show you how I created this journal. Now, traditionally, junk journals are created in old books, old notebooks, and then adorned with recycled items. In this case, I'm kind of mixing the old with the new, and I'm using new things with old things. And the reason why I add new things in there is that I like having an aesthetic approach to my junk journals. So they're not all the same, so that they all have some kind of theme, some kind of look that I can play off of when it comes to actually adorning them or jazzing them up with used or recycled items. Now, this is an old recipe box, and instead of recipe cards in here, I've actually printed out from this paper line postcards. And each postcard has, a Bible verse or some kind of quote that spoke to me or that speaks to me. And then it's followed up, and here's a paper clip here. It's followed up with photos, any commentary, any prayers, anything that I want to write and catalog. It's all in here. And so sometimes I'll clip them together if, the photo, for example, if the photo goes with, my thoughts, I will actually just clip them together. And the old thing here is a paper clip. I have several friends who craft and love to give me fun little cards and stuff like that. And so this was actually from a card that was given to me. So there's an old element. Another element that's not old was my friend. She loves to crochet, and so she made these little butterflies for me. And there was a gem in the middle here. Oops, it's not there anymore. But yeah, I just added that to my postcards. And then again, some old paper clips, some photos of friends, and any prayers or any thoughts that go with the photos I place on the other postcards. So yeah, so this is kind of how I catalog memories and thoughts is through postcards. So another thing about this flip through is that there's little tags. This is the Bloom collection, so I had obviously fun tags that reflect what blooming is in this new season. So if you are in a place where you're like, okay, this is a new year, I want to change the way I think, the way I act, the way maybe there's some physical things that, that are bothering you that you want to focus on, or even relational things. Like, for example, here it says relational roots. What else it says here? There's this one that says grow with grace. Time to bloom, all these fun little tags that really is no rhyme or reason, doesn't really divide the junk journal up in any form. There are tags that do that if you want to catalog events and stuff, which is great because these postcards and this actual recipe box actually holds 4x6s. So, if you don't want to do too much journaling, and say you do journal and you want to just slip in those 4x6 photos, oh my gosh, it's an amazing what you can do with this whole recipe box junk journal type of creating. Now, another thing that I have in there obviously are tags. Oh my gosh, Tags, tags, tags. We have to all have tags. Little things that we embellish with. And here, obviously, some old elements would be, for example, this is Garland wire from some old DIY projects I did in the past. These are gems. Now, I have an array of gems, but I have a really small container with just miscellaneous gems that I just throw in there. And you know what? I went to that little box and I said, okay, I'm going to just adorn these butterflies with, you know, miscellaneous gems that I found in my little box. Now, another element to crafting in a recipe box junk journal is that I love to create for others. And so you're probably wondering, like, how are you creating for others within this box? Well, in this this paper line, there's actually a template that allows you to create these thicker type of envelopes that have cards in it, tags, and then just a section here where you can actually place these postcards in there as a gift for someone, or maybe you just want to place one postcard in there, or write a letter with several postcards and then, you know, place a gift card in there for somebody. But it ends up being like a little gift or a little mini scrapbook journal for you to give away to someone that is in your life, and that you want to bless them with something from your craft room. So that's the wonderful thing about this junk journal, is that there are elements of it that allow you to just kind of give to someone. And so, yeah, again, it's one of those things where whenever I'm journaling, there's always someone that comes to mind, and I always feel compelled to go, hey, you know what, I want to give something to someone. So anyways, this is a kind of a neat addition to junk journaling, is having those elements that allow you to give to others. So you're not just giving to yourself on your regular or daily pursuits of journaling and self-reflection. You're actually thinking of others and saying, you know what, how can I bless or support those that are in my circle? So a really good prompt for you. Another neat little thing here is this here. This was actually, I'll turn this around. This is a metal index tab, an old one. If anyone knows where I can get these metal index tabs, can you place that in the comment section below? Because you know what, I think that having metal index tabs are just a great way to embellish and just add another level of elegance to your junk journals. So yeah, if you know where I can get these, please let us all know, because I think it does level your junk journals up. So anyways, oh, this whole idea of 3-dimensional elements in your junk journals, like, come on. Like, how can you not like, you know, these beautiful butterflies? And I've actually had someone say to me, oh, 3-dimensional elements, they just get squished over time. Well, not necessarily. Not if your junk journal comes in a large box like this. Then you know what? Nothing gets squished. Do you see that? Like, that can end up being, you know, your front page of your junk journal. So you can make it happen. You can create all these amazing elements and still be able to keep them without them being damaged. But this technique here of how to take paper and create these 3-dimensional butterflies, I'm going to put a link to that in the description box below, because, you know, if you have any yeah, and you can do this with pretty much any of your ephemera. It's a great way to shape them into any shape that you want, or any configuration that you want there. So what else? What else is old and new in this junk journal? I'm gonna just take it all out here because, okay. So we've gone through the postcards themselves, and you know what? It's paper clips. Those aren't old, those are new. Those I purchased. Here we go. This is an old earring. My daughter was into butterflies and she's like, Mom, I want these earrings. And I was like, they're kind of big. But, you know, she wore them for a time, I think maybe a couple days, and realized that they were too heavy for her ears. And so she graciously donated them to my junk journal scrapbook room. And trust me, I was like so happy because I'm like, yay, a beautiful earring to place on my journals. So there's that. What else is there? There's actual tabs here for each. If you do have sections, look at this. This one says Emotional Earth. If you do have sections for, just like a recipe box, if you have sections for your journal, you can place tabs on there to divide those sections. There's one for friends. Mental marigolds. Okay, that to me would be mental flowers. I don't know. Anyways, I think it's just like a section where you can catalog what's in your mind, I guess. And then here's a section of prayers. So if you certain things that you want to talk about or ask God for, then you can place that behind that tab. And then what else is old? Oh gosh, see, I use these old letters here from my scrapbook days, and then I used Glossy Accents on top of it. More paper clips, and then obviously just any text or anything that I want to add regarding those photos. And then, so here's that idea of, look at that three-dimensional butterfly. And that's hard as rock. That's not going anywhere, oops. But the tab is. Oh my goodness, that's my daughter and I working out. See, I have to catalog these. I need to remind myself, my older, when I get older, that, you know what? I tried my best to keep myself healthy physically. Trying to teach my daughter the same thing, just you know, maintaining a good diet and regular exercise for mental and physical health. I think is important. So yeah, I know they're odd photos, probably photos that people never really take, but I think in the end, it's my memories and a reminder of what I was trying to teach my children at that time. Okay, let's see here. Oh, here we go. I love washi tape. And one of the things I think that is really great out there is those PET tapes that are like plastic in nature. So they can actually layer on top of other washi tapes, and not just for an aesthetic purpose, but I find some of the paper washi tapes out there, they kind of curl up on the end. And so by covering up with PET tapes, I think they're perfect, because then it kind of holds down the other washi tapes in place. So that's something I wanted to share with you. And then, and you know what, this right here, these photos, oh my goodness. Okay, one of the things I love to do is I love using different templates or different systems on how to print out my photos. This one is actually the Instax, the wide Instax, and there's so many fun things you can do with this. And one of them was adding this QR code in there. And you're probably wondering, why would you want to add a QR code on your photo? Well, okay, this one brings tears to my eyes, because you have the option of leaving a love note to someone through this photo. And I think it's 10 to 20 seconds long. Don't quote me on that, but you do have that opportunity to leave a little love message on your photos, which I think is just, oh my gosh, so awesome. And there is a time limit though. They don't last forever, but to be able to do that is just, to me, priceless. And yeah, I just think it's so cool. Anyways, something to think about if you're interested in and you're looking at like new ways to catalog your memories, new ways to place photos in your journals or your scrapbooks. This one was fun. This one's a lot of fun. And see, I did that there as well, and I don't know what it says, but it says something. Again, see, another recording here, which I thought was kind of cool. And then after that is just my golf scorecards from us golfing on holidays. And love notes. That's a great thing, is that being able to just slip in some of these fun little creations that my kids have given me, and then just slipping them into this treasure box. I really hope you enjoyed this flip through of what I consider a great way to junk journal in the new year. If you're interested in this paper line, in this project, I'll put a link here to the playlist that corresponds with all the fun things that I did in here and the techniques that I used to create this. It's quite easy. There isn't any mixed media in it. I think it's a really fun junk journal to try. So take care, have a fantastic weekend, and we'll see you in my other videos. Bye.